Life is love and love is life. Questioner. Is the practice of yoga always conscious or can it be quite unconscious below the threshold of awareness? Maharaj. In the case of a beginner, the practice of a yoga is often deliberate and requires great determination. But those who have been practicing sincerely for many years are intent on self realization all the time, whether conscious of it or not. Unconscious sadhana is most effective because it is spontaneous and steady. Questioner. What is the position of the man who was a sincere student of yoga for some time and then got discouraged and abandoned all efforts? Maharaj, what a man appears to do or not to do is often deceptive. His apparent lethargy may be just a gathering of strength. The causes of our behavior are very subtle. One must not be quick to condemn, not even to praise. Remember that yoga is the work of the inner self, Vyakta, on the outer self, Vyakti. All that the outer does is merely in response to the inner. Still, the outer helps. Maharaj, how much can it help and in what way? It has some control over the body and can improve its posture and breathing. Over the mind's thoughts and feelings, it has little mastery, for it is itself the mind. It is the inner that can control the outer. The outer will be wise to obey. Questioner. If it is the inner that is ultimately responsible for man's spiritual development, why is the outer so much exalted and encouraged? Maharaj. The outer can help by keeping quiet and free from desire and fear. You would have noticed that all advice to the outer is in the form of negations. Do not, stop, refrain, forego, give, up, sacrifice, surrender. See the false as false. Even the little description of reality that is given is through denials. Not this, not this. All positives belong to the inner self, as all absolutes to reality. Questioner. How are we to distinguish the inner from the outer in actual experience? Maharaj. The inner is the source of inspiration. The outer is moved by memory. The source is untraceable while all memory begins somewhere. Thus, the outer is always determined while the inner cannot be held in words. The mistake of students consists in their imagining the inner to be something to get hold of and forgetting that all perceivables are transient and therefore unreal. Only that which makes perception possible, call it life or Brahman, or what you like, is real. Questioner. Must life have a body for its self expression? Maharaj. The body seeks to live. It is not life that needs the body. It is the body that needs life. Questioner. Does life do it deliberately? Maharaj. Does love act deliberately? Yes and no. Life is love, and love is life. What keeps the body together but love? What is desire but love of the self? What is fear but the urge to protect? And what is knowledge but the love of truth? The means and forms may be wrong, but the motive behind is always love. Love of the me and the mind. The me and the mind may be small or may explode and embrace the universe, but love remains. Questioner. The repetition of the name of God is very common in India. Is there any virtue to it? Maharaj, when you know the name of a thing or a person, you can find it easily. By calling God by his name, you make him come to you. Questioner, in what shape does he come? Maharaj, according to your expectations. If you happen to be unlucky and some saintly soul gives you a mantra for good luck and you repeat it with faith and devotion, your bad luck is bound to turn. Steady faith is stronger than destiny. Destiny is the result of causes mostly accidental and is therefore loosely woven. Confidence and good hope will overcome it easily. Question. When a mantra is chanted, what exactly happens? Maharaj, the sound of a mantra creates the shape which will embody the self. The self can embody any shape and operate through it. After all, the self is expressing itself in action, and a mantra is primarily energy in action. It acts on you, it acts on your surroundings. Questioner. The mantra is traditional. Must it be so? Maharaj. Since time immemorial, a link was created between certain words and corresponding energies and reinforced by numberless repetitions. It is just like a road to walk on. It is an easy way, only faith is needed. You trust the road to take you to your destination. Questioner. In Europe, there is no tradition of a mantra except in some contemplative orders. Of what use is it to a modern young Westerner? Maharaj. None, unless he is very much attracted. For him, the right procedure is to adhere to the thought that he is the ground of all knowledge, the immutable and perennial awareness of all that happens to the senses and the mind. If he keeps it in mind all the time, aware and alert, he is bound to break the bounds of non awareness and emerge into pure life, light, and love. The idea, I am the witness only, will purify the body and the mind and open the eye of wisdom. Then man goes beyond illusion and his heart is free, free of all desires. Just like ice turns to water and water to vapor, and vapor dissolves in air and disappears in space, so does the body dissolve into pure awareness, Chidakas, then into pure being, Paramakas, which is beyond all existence and non existence.